What's up, everybody? It's Brian here with Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning. A lot of stuff happened last night in our sleep with the moon going square against Neptune and some opposition starting with Pluto. So, if you had some interesting dreams, subconsciously, you were still feeling these energies. But as we come into this morning, it doesn't really let up. The moon's just running the gauntlet, and this is like the monthly gauntlet of 2020 that I'm kind of like looking at here, and I will show you what that is. It is this Capricorn and Aquarius energy. Saturn's only 1 degree in Aquarius. It's stationary. He's not going any further into Aquarius until he retrogrades back into Capricorn. So it's kind of like a little vacation that he didn't really like yet. He's like, I'm gonna go back to my fancy house in Capricorn. These crazy kids out here in Aquarius are trying to change the system, and it's not time yet. So he's going back into his home of Capricorn, but it's the moon that is in opposition to all this, and our moon's really taking the beating and feeling the heat from these three today. This is charts for 1:11 p.m. Pacific time. So this afternoon is when it's more right in the middle of everything. It already pulled off Pluto. You're probably, when I post this, we'll probably be feeling Jupiter. There'll be a direct opposition at 26 degrees of Capricorn, and the moon is exalted. It's at home. It's that's its home in Cancer. So at least the moon's happy in Cancer. It's her home. So she's able to at least defend this a little bit better than I guess if it was if she was in Leo, it'd be a little more rough. But so Jupiter's like the change, right? So this is like a change in emotion. I'm not sorry, Pluto's the change, the big change, and the transformation. So it's like a block of what you want to feel like. It could make it so things that you want to feel and feel good doing, maybe you have to change up something to feel that way. Maybe it's not just black and white and is what it is. And then Jupiter really isn't as harsh of an aspect because it's very benefic, but it's not like Jupiter's not happy in Capricorn. That's Saturn's home, and they aren't exactly like the best of friends. They're like the two big energies in the sky. And when the moon's going opposite Jupiter, it's like you might want more and all of this stuff, but you kind of got to go and focus on what you do have, because there's going to be restrictions emotionally on feeling every emotion. You might just have to cut it back today, because if you feel too many emotions, you might feel just overwhelmed, and maybe it's not what you want to feel today, because you're already overwhelmed with an interesting life that we live, or you're super content and you're at home chilling doing your thing. It's all different for everybody. Later on today, the moon will be moving into Leo this evening, and that's when you'll hit that 1 degree direct square opposition with Saturn, and that's really going to feel restrictive. So it kind of goes from like you might want to feel a bunch of emotions to like, no, there's just a couple, and if you don't like them, too bad, because you're going to feel them real good. So just a phase. It all passes. If you're feeling a little weird today, a little off, or emotionally just you can't today, like, it's okay. All things pass. The moon moves pretty quick around the zodiac, so you don't have to hold on to too much. Tomorrow night, actually Friday, is when the moon will oppose Mars in Aquarius, and the moon will be over here at that time. But that's going to be like, you're going to have to fight to feel good almost. That's not like a fun opposition. You know, Leo is very love and creative, so emotionally you might want to be feeling very creative and very loving. And Mars in Aquarius is going to be like, well, you better figure out a new way to do that. And you better innovate, or you're not going to feel that way. So something to keep in mind moving into the latter of the week. Neptune over here at 20 degrees is still just like really making big aspects, especially to all these guys. What we have here is we have a semi-square from Venus to the Sun and to Uranus and to Mercury, and then Neptune, we have the same thing. We have this semi-square from Neptune to Uranus to the Sun to Mercury, and then not only that, but it makes this triangle where we get the full square that's still building. It's going to be that never-ending square of like, what are we finding beauty in our spirituality, or are we losing ourselves in the news? I mean, there's a lot to say with Neptune squaring Venus and then going retrograde. It's just like, that's heavy on our self-worth and self-love. So, and it's just going to be, we'll be talking about that forever. It's just going to be there. And the fact that we're getting Uranus, who's trying to like innovate and change the way we value things, just stuck right in the middle. Like, what a block, you know? Like, trying to really evolve our soul, trying to evolve our mind, but yet we have all these outside things that are just like making us really question if like we're evolving or do we feel good. And it's just, those are some hard aspects. They really are. They can really beat you up. And especially when it's in Taurus, and that's like what you love and what you find beautiful and your self-worth. And then to get all that block coming from like communicating, could be from other people not feeling like, you know, giving you some hard times about what you enjoy and what you find beautiful. And it could come from the TV. Neptune rules the media. I say that all the time, but it's true. So like, is the media holding you back from like your evolution and growing? I mean, you guys, it's like there's a lot going on. So it's hard to talk about everything, but just keep your head up, you know? If you're feeling down, feeling anything, everything passes. Like, this is going to be a hard year for everybody. It just is. It was set that to be that way. You could have looked at these charts years ago and been like, oh man, 2020 is going to be a year that changes everything. And a lot of astrologers called that out and told everybody that. And people told them they were crazy. But the astrology is what it is. Like, these energies are no joke. And it's these energies up in Capricorn that are really, really hitting hard, because they're the heavy hitters. Like, they really change the game. Pluto is the god of change and upheaval, and in with the new. And you gotta break things down. You gotta rip it down, tear it down to bring in a new. And Capricorn's, you know, the business aspects of life and like time. So things are changing. Just, I hope you guys are ready for some change. I'm excited for change. It's not going to be like the funnest thing to go through as we go through it, but man, like, how grateful we are to be a part of something like this. You know, our kids and our grandkids are going to tell stories about like how their grandpa and grandma went through such a crazy time that really liberated humanity from a lot of control that we've been under. That we've been under these spells, and that's Neptune in Pisces, is spells. So, especially in these last 10 degrees. So it's going to be a fun ride for the next few years. You know, that's pretty much all I have to say today. There's a lot of restrictions, a lot of blocks today, but you know, every challenge is what makes you grow and what makes you stronger. So anything that you can rise above and beat mentally, you're going to be a stronger person. And that's evolution, and that's how you feel good, and that's how you enjoy life. So I hope you guys all can find a way to feel good today. Enjoy some nature, Mother Earth. She's always there to support us. and to be there. So go ground. Go do what makes you feel good. And I'll pull some cards for today. Anyways, you guys are free to leave some comments, chat it up with me. I definitely will respond. You can get at me on my Facebook page. Any questions you may have, feel free to ask. I do readings. I do all sorts of readings, so many layers. It goes super deep. Relationship readings, just overall, we pull up a natal for both people, pull up solar arcs and progressions for both people, as well as midpoint composite, where we put your two souls together and really make like a mini-me of the relationship, and see how that looks, and see if there's a lot of blocks and what's going on in that. And we'll run it with current transits and see what's happening today, lunar transits, what's happening this month, and solar transits, what's happening in the year. So it goes super deep. All that can be applied to one person too if you have questions or you're going through a lot in life. Questions often can be answered. So figured I'd throw that out there, a little plug. Alright, card of the day. The Two of Coins. There's options, we can choose to do all sorts of things. There's many things to do to feel good. We just have to, weigh the options out and pick one that makes us feel good. And, disregard some of the chaos that's going around, because the chaos isn't going to make you feel good. That's just more distraction from feeling good. If you disregard all the chaos around you, you can come in and you can really feel good and make choices that are going to bring you happiness in life. And hey, I hope that helps you guys, and I truly love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.